All right, welcome back, viewers. This is the Flight Room, episode number 23. We hitting Michael Jordan numbers. So just want to say welcome. Thank you for your contribution. We got a couple suggestions for our topics this week as well. So we'll be hitting about 2 suggestions from our viewers. And just make sure you subscribe if you watch like 1, 2, 3 episodes and you toggle back and forth. Just make sure you subscribe so you can actually get everything geared towards you. And as soon as you hop on YouTube, you can click on us for the most updated episode. So let's jump right into it. Actually, I'm going to introduce my peoples. We do have 2 missing, so I'm gonna just jump in and I'll introduce them later. So we got Lighthouse, we got Marcus top left, we got Remy in the middle. Sipping on what you sipping on, bro?
Back on Nerves.
Oh, Uncle Nerves. Okay, all right. Black on. Shout out. We got my man. Hey Al, you sipping on anything?
Not yet. It's downstairs. I'll wait till I get some food in my system.
I feel you, bro. And then my man Phil Mob, Penn H.
And I have a shard tonight. I'm doing Chardonnay.
Chardonnay.
Keeping it light.
With the pinky up too? The pinky up? I think
Pinky's always up. Pinky's always up.
Okay. And then we got my man B, Brian, and then Corey Mo, C-Mo. They're going to come in, hop in, maybe like second or third topic as well. So let's see. What do we want to jump into? So fellas, let's talk about this because we was talking about NFL previously. But do you think that there's any early overreactions, especially since we watch ESPN, we watch on social media and people broadcasting how good their team is or how bad a team is? Do y'all see any, overzealous comments or like, it's too early to predict this or that?
I mean, I've seen some people writing off the Buccaneers already.
Yeah,
basically was saying like the same old Tom Brady or whatever. Like I guess because some people were saying that he's declining. So him coming to Tampa Bay, I guess because they didn't win that first game. Some people are kind of basically saying, and because Bruce Arians, I think he publicly criticized Tom Brady too. So I feel like a lot of people are leaning on that to kind of dismiss the Buccaneers this season. So that's one I've been hearing.
Yeah, that's a big one. You think they're going to win this week? Who they play this week?
The Panthers.
The Panthers. You think they're going to win?
I think they can pull this one out.
Yeah.
They're going to have to because, where Tom Brady go, it's going to be a big story everywhere he goes. So if they lose two games throughout the season, the media going to have a fucking field day with that one. So I definitely – and it's going to be an overreaction. I wouldn't count them out, just after the first 2 games. But if they lose against Carolina, it's going to be a big story.
But Carolina had a good game too on Sunday though. Actually, that was like a back and forth with against Vegas. That was a good little game. I was tuned into that for a little bit.
I think overreaction might be Baker. I think like right now, you know what I'm saying? Like right now it seems like they are bashing Baker, and I don't know. I mean, I think it's still early, but they are bashing Baker and saying like he might not be worth it. But I mean, and they played the Ravens, and they only put up 6 points.
Yeah.
I think that might be one of the biggest overreactions. And then you add in Odell Beckham might be getting traded. You add in that one might be one of the biggest overreactions off of week 1. I don't know.
Yep, and not that I know and I know the ins and outs of the locker room, but I heard that was just a rumor, and that they said that they weren't going to trade him. They said that they wouldn't even think about evaluating that unless it was like bad in the locker room or something like that. So, but to your point, Al, I think I think Baker and Beckham about to show off tomorrow night, Thursday night. I think that's gonna be a good game for them to shut people up.
Oh, but I don't know about that. Cincinnati. Oh boy, he did his thing. He was okay.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, bro. He was all right. Yeah, he was decent for his first game.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a good game tomorrow. I feel like people gonna prove their point. I don't know who necessarily. I think Cincinnati might pull it out, but I think everybody gonna prove their point. I think Odell probably get like close to 100. I think Baker going to throw close to 3. I don't know. I think this is like a go-off game for some people.
Yeah.
And, people show off for Thursday Night Football. Everybody but us. Everybody but the Skins. we play down on Spotlight.
Keep us off TV, national TV.
Yeah, we look like we on national TV.
What I will say on that, as far as that Odell Beckham situation with the Browns, I can see him getting traded if the Browns don't win and he don't put up numbers. Because I kind of feel like Odell is one of those like superstar athletes that the NFL wants to push. So they need a guy like him to be relevant. If he in Cleveland and he not winning and he not putting up numbers, it kind of dims the amount of money he could be making for the NFL just off his superstardom. Because Odell ain't really performed that well like in the past 2 seasons, but he's still being pushed as one of the premier players in the league. So if it goes on the 3rd season where he's not really putting up numbers and and he's not on a winning relevant team, I could see just the people behind the scenes pushing him out of Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, every player don't get like this, but I feel like there's certain guys that they want to, push as, superstars in the league. And he kind of got that superstar aura about him, but his performance on the field ain't matching up right now. So I can see that. I can see that happening.
I can see that. I can see that too. I think it's almost like half and half because I think to that point, I feel like sometimes they're actually going to feed him to give him the ball, even if they're doing bad. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to trade somebody, you want to show off that they still good as fuck, right? So like, I wouldn't be surprised if the owner, if he did want to trade him, he talked to the coach and talked to Joe, Mayfield, and then like Odell have like 170 yards one game, and then everybody want him. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. I feel like there's some smarts to it too, because I know players, owners and coaches, they like to push their players up so they can actually get some more value for them. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I definitely agree with you, especially because Marcus, this nigga already got like 3 Madden commercials. I saw him doing some Sunday. Man, he ain't been doing shit. I even said that.
All in the commercials.
Yeah, that's what I said. But that's how he's like making his money though, off like sponsorships and stuff. Like, cause you right, Cleveland's not even a big market at all. He's a national brand. You know what I'm saying? Nike and all that. So definitely makes sense. But I give it like the first 4 games. Whatever happens in these first quarter of the season, whatever happens like those first 4 games, you'll be able to tell what's going to happen the rest of the season for real. Like as far as him being traded and like the talks and stuff. I definitely agree. But the team I'm going to say was like people were going crazy about on Sunday was Arizona. They were hyping Arizona up a lot off of that win. And I feel like Arizona's good. Kyler Murray did show me something. I think he's going to be good. DeAndre Hopkins is a beast. But, like killed it. But their division is tough. So we'll have to see about that. Yeah, we'll have to see. But it was a lot of hype about them.
And that's like
nasty.
Division. Yeah. So that's
hands down
test too, Phil, because we played them Sunday and our defense like destroyed.
Y'all, I said it. Y'all was some bullies, but it was like, good. It was like y'all got stronger as the game went on. Cause look at this, y'all had 27 unanswered points for real. Yeah. And it was all because of like the defense and stuff too. Like I commend when like my team lose, they got fucking beat. It wasn't even like I said, it was bullied. Like they looked terrible, but it's because y'all played well. Like so, yeah, I'm not even like biased about that. That's why I said like y'all. I feel like y'all could. I want to see the spread on that. Yeah, so y'all might be able to steal that. Y'all might be able to steal that one.
I think they favor like minus 250.
Okay.
But that's gonna be a good test for us because Kyler Murray's a mobile quarterback, and we like historically don't do too good. But we got a whole different set of tools. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, y'all was fast too. Y'all was faster.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
You think Al, you answered?
Yeah, I said Baker. I was the one that said.
Oh yeah.
Ryder, what you think?
I think overreaction, or maybe it might be just a dead giveaway. Maybe the Texans are kind of falling off with the Chiefs' loss. Especially like they made that bad trade for Hopkins, for David Johnson, and maybe it's just not going to work out. Like sometimes when these organizations give too much power to these head coaches and let them do the dual hat of coaching and general manager, a lot of times that shit don't work out.
I agree with that. And a lot of times these coaches take that shit to their head, you know what I'm saying? And they make irrational decisions like that, like trading D-Hop, and it was some personal shit why he did that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just an example right there. The owner probably would have made them niggas work that shit out. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, since the owner gave him that call, he was like, you know what I'm saying? He made that decision. So you're right. I agree with that 100%.
But didn't they give away picks away too to trade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They did. But his excuse was because DeAndre Hopkins was coming up for, his big contract, his max deal or whatever, and they needed to put him on a rookie quarterback salary. But then I'm like, that don't make sense because Kyler Murray's going to get paid in a couple of years. Yeah, Kyler Murray about to get paid. He's going to get guapped. So what are you even saying? Yeah, that don't make sense.
Yeah, I think maybe this is the year like they take a step back and then they're going to have to reevaluate. I know he won like probably I think like 4 Southern AFC South conference jumps or division jumps in like 6 years, but maybe this is the time they take a step back. I mean, you see, I'm not gonna crown Jacksonville, but Minshew look good. The Titans, I think they're gonna take a step back maybe a little because they missing a lot of players on defense. And the Colts, Phillip Rivers looked like Phillip Rivers.
That's what
that was the same.
I was about to get to that.
I swear to God,
I was waiting to get to that.
I was going to call them the San Diego Colts. I swear to God.
When you watch those picks he threw, those were some horrible interceptions. It wasn't like it was like Phillip Rivers being Phillip Rivers. It was just like bonehead interceptions. And the thing is, like a lot of people saying, oh, he's with the Colts, a new environment, but the nigga's been a turnover machine basically his whole career. You know what I'm saying? So
easy.
So I mean,
if you get that job, you think Jacoby Brissett take that job from him? Jacoby?
I don't know. I don't know because you think they would bench Phillip Rivers though? You think they would sign him to that? Because how long was it? It was just a 1-year deal, right?
I think so. Yeah.
If it gets bad enough, anybody can get benched. I think we're like in those times now. It don't matter about your, your resume and all that. Because what has he really done though?
But it's like I think it comes down to like the coach's preference. Like what team do you want to be? You want to be like you got Jonathan Taylor. He's going to get started now. Marlon Mack is out. You want to be a ground and pound team, and you got these dogs on your offensive line. You can move the trenches and have Jonathan Taylor pound the ground and then throw the shit over the top to Paris Campbell, T.Y. Hilton, or you want to spread everybody wide and let Phillip Rivers do his thing. So, if that's the case, you can choose what quarterback you want.
Yeah.
Frank Wright like to spread it out, though.
Run that ball.
Yeah, they might need to. Ball. They need to, though. A lot of teams
What's his name? What's that guard, Nelson? Yeah. Nelson, that nigga's a monster. Forget what's his first name? I forgot his first name. Quentin Nelson. That nigga is a fucking animal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I would run behind his ass every time.
He's probably wrestling like bull calves. That's like
exactly. And they take pride when you do that. When the line gets to show out, they love that because they don't get no attention. Nobody know no offensive line. Like that's not a sexy position. You know what I'm saying? So they love to go in.
Yeah. One last one that I got too is Barkley. But I hear some people saying that he ain't bouncing back and all of this stuff. I'm like, yo, watch him have like 200 all-purpose yards like in the next one or two games.
You right though, like, but I don't know what was up with them. I think they gotta get more cohesive or something. Like that was bad. That was just sloppy.
It was bad.
Yeah, that was bad, bro. Like especially for like, oh god, that was ugly. But
what you think about Daniel Jones? What about Daniel Jones? What you think?
That one interception, terrible.
Yeah, it was.
In the red zone, that shit was terrible.
He's a good athlete though. I like how he looks on the field though. Like he looks like his speed is his talent. He's a good talent. That's what I mean to say. He's a good talent.
He had rhythm too. That one drive where he threw that NO, he actually had a good rhythm when he got all the way down there to the red zone, and then I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he thought.
Right.
He just threw.
But that's just. I feel like that's just. Yeah, that's young boy shit. I feel like they do that. I don't know what that's about. Like when they're about to, you know what I mean, put themselves above, like they set themselves back. Then all of them do it. It's weird.
And I think that's what they got. That's what they gotta learn. Like they gotta learn to throw it away if they don't got no. You know what I'm saying? If nobody's open, don't try to fucking like, wish. And
yeah, because that's why.
Hey, another overreaction. Honestly.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, Phil.
No, I wasn't even gonna say nothing.
Oh, another overreaction I was gonna say is a lot of. I was gonna say a lot of people are a lot of people shitting on the Eagles, man. They pretty much like saying y'all niggas is done. Like I've been seeing that shit a lot too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, what you think? You think was it just the first game of the season, or you think y'all really got some serious problems?
No, I think we have a lot of injuries. I don't even want to make excuses though, honestly, because like, man, these grown men getting paid. But what I will say is like, you know, I don't think it wasn't no preseason for real. I don't think Carson Wentz got his rhythm because he was throwing them interceptions like nothing. A couple of those he could have threw away for real. But in our defense didn't show up either. So it's like all spectrums, man. I don't even want to put it on one person. Like as a team, we got beat. And that's what I'm saying. We played like y'all were the better team that day. Moving forward, looking at our schedule, I don't know. I'm taking it week by week, honestly. Because that's the thing about Philly. You don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You know.
Who y'all play
Phil? I ain't even who do we got? I don't know. I ain't even look, man. I forget. I don't even.
Y'all had some injuries on the defense.
A lot.
Man, too.
Offense too. And then it just kills me like their loyalty. Like Jason Peters, get him out. Like he has a bum leg. and there's animals coming at him. Like his whole that whole side the whole day was just getting murdered. I'm like, why do y'all do that? Like I feel you. He's been with the team, all pro, all this stuff. But, bruh, I want a W. I don't care about that. None of that. Like, yeah. I want the best athletes, the best person for that position to be playing. Yeah, he is. He's been past his prime for like 5 years, bro. Like, easy.
I was going to say he's way past it.
Way past it. And they still be hyping him up. He got to be pushing 40.
Y'all play the Rams.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and see that's another. And see, I don't even think the Rams should have won that game against Dallas for real. That pass interference was kind of bogus. I don't care what nobody say. Like, and Jalen Ramsey always gets away with stuff like that. That's what's so crazy to me. Like, I don't know. And the Cowboys are always in that shitty situation too. Sorry, y'all, but yeah, man, they do y'all dirty. To be America's team, y'all get no benefits. You're not privileged to be America's team. I don't get that. But
I know it's only week one, but what looking at week one, who do you think is going to be like the first quarterback bench? Who do you think is going to be the first coach fired?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Shoot, I know because Jacksonville even came through, so I can't even talk about them.
I mean, what quarterback is in like an unstable situation? You know what, man? I wouldn't be surprised to see Tyrod Taylor get benched.
That's what I was going to say. Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, I was going to say because I feel like that's his role in the league. He started the season out, wait for the young guy to come in and then the bench. It's like, like everywhere he's gone, that shit's happened to him.
You're right though.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I probably say Trubisky.
Mitchell played good though, didn't
he? He had a slow start though. Yeah. They like came back at like the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Detroit was giving them work for real. I don't even know, and that's another thing. That's another team that's like weird to me. Detroit, they were beating them the whole game and then just lose at the end. It'd be like that's gotta be frustrating.
That didn't make no sense.
Yeah,
I was looking at it. I was like, damn, Detroit, nice, yeah. And then all of a sudden they came back. That shit ain't make no sense. It happened so fast.
But it always happens to Detroit. That's like so weird. Like they always lose like that. Yeah.
I feel like Matt Stafford be having good games, and then that shit just turn all like bad. Like one quarter.
He had a good game though, and then he almost brought it back. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's not fair to him.
Also, I'll put Fitzpatrick up there too.
I was going to say Fitzpatrick.
Fitzy
never go a whole season without getting benched.
You right though. He's still stealing checks though. He getting them checks.
That's because at any given game he'll give you 450 yards and 4 touchdowns out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like he just has that ability. You know what I'm saying?
And then he'll give you like 4 picks in the next game.
Exactly. Right. Like 100 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but this is the time in the season.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And the first coach I got going is probably Adam Gase from New York Jets.
I can see that.
You think Jason Garrett gonna replace him? Or my bad, not Jason Garrett. Who's they coordinator they got over there?
Greg Williams.
Yeah, you think he's gonna replace him?
He could.
Because he took over.
Greg Williams is respected all across the league.
Yeah, and when he took over for Cleveland that year, and who else he take over for? I think it might have just been Cleveland that year.
Yeah. They
won like 4 games or something. But still, like just like you said, that's a good call too. The Jets ain't doing nothing, man. Le'Veon got hurt off of nothing. They just look lackluster and sad. Like that's a sad team.
Le'Veon went on Twitter and said, "Ain't nothing wrong with his hamstring." So I don't get what's going on there.
Why they said he was out?
Yeah, they said he's out for like 4 weeks.
I know. Yeah. Like right after they said that shit, he's like, "Ain't nothing wrong with my hamstring." Period.
Dang.
Oh God.
I don't know.
He's at.
I'll probably put Derek Carr in that conversation.
Nah, they play good though.
I know it's not about him playing good. I mean, I'm just looking at the guys who have like a solid backup behind them that could take their job. You know what I'm saying? Like even like you said with Trubisky, he got what's his name behind him.
Nick
you know
Foles.
what I'm saying? The first time things get a little shaky. Yeah, same thing. The first time things get a little shaky in Chicago, they're gonna bench Trubisky, put Foles in there. I feel like same thing gonna happen if Vegas start losing and they not. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna put Mariota in there. I feel like those are the quarterbacks that might get benched where it's instability plus they have a solid backup. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say he's hurt.
You said who?
Mariota. I want to say he's hurt.
Oh, he is? Well, I don't know.
Yeah, that would be my 2. Adam Gase and Tyrod Taylor. But I think the defense going to win them games. Maybe
yeah, I know.
Maybe Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick going to be the first.
They're not. It's a. Do they have like bets in Vegas on Fitzpatrick getting benched? Because that shit is going to happen. Like it's going to happen.
Yeah, I definitely
like, put your money in.
I'll look.
It's going to happen.
I'll look it up when I break.
Yeah, I'll make that bet too.
Yep, easy. I'll do it tonight. And I predict game 5.
So how many games y'all got going Lakers and Denver?
Realistic.
Denver, they got some fighting them. So they ain't gonna just get swept. I got the Lakers in 6. I think Denver can pull out 2.
That's how I feel. That's kind of where I'm at it. And I feel like the 2 games are going to be like early games. Like right now while they have the momentum and stuff. Like,
they gotta get warmed up because they didn't play like 2 rounds of 7 games. Then they got
right. I mean, Yeah, and just like you said, I feel like they can steal the games early because the Lakers are chilling right now.
Well,
I agree. I'll say six games.
But going back to that series, do you think the deficiency with the Clippers is it like a Paul George thing? If to put it on anybody, is it a Paul George thing, or do you think
so I would
a Doc Rivers thing?
I think I wouldn't put it on Paul George because I feel like Paul George is kind of always giving you the way he always gives you in the playoffs. Like I feel like that whole playoff P shit started in Indiana, and since Indiana, he ain't been playoff P at all. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's kind of overrated. I feel like everybody kind of we all kind of I think have all put him a little bit higher. Than what he really is. But then it's crazy in the regular season, and they go like, was it just last year he was an MVP candidate? You know what I'm saying? Like, at a point when he was with what's it called? When he was in OKC, he was there. Yeah. Like some people was even saying he was the best player on that team. But I don't know. But for some reason in the playoffs, man, it's like he loses focus or some shit. Like I don't know. But I would I might even have to put it on Doc Rivers though.
Nah, I don't think it was Doc Rivers. I don't think they were executing right though. They were missing a lot of buckets, man. They left a lot of stuff on that floor. Defense was kind of shaky too.
Yeah. Yesterday they only shot between Paul George and Kawhi. They only had one free throw attempt.
So I was gonna say the chemistry because I don't know if y'all saw some of them games like in the early season, but if you compare them to what Kawhi was with the Raptors, it was really like they played their own game individually. You know what I'm saying? Like, and rather than as a team like they did with the Raptors, like everybody knew what Kyle Lowry was going to do. He was going.
I agree. I agree.
He was going to distribute. He was going to drive and then throw it back out. Kick it back out. But I feel like Paul George handled the ball in his own way, and if he get it 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be kicked back out. And vice versa.
You know what it is?
Kawhi, he distributes the ball too, but I do feel like the chemistry just wasn't there.
I agree with you, Paul. I think even a while ago, earlier in the season, Gilbert Arenas said that the Clippers have no true identity. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that was part of the problem because when Kawhi was in Toronto, they had an identity. Like you said, Kyle Lowry did what he was supposed to do. Siakam did what he was supposed to do. Kawhi did his job. And I feel like the other issue with the Clippers is that they don't have a true point guard. You know what I'm saying? They because Patrick Beverley, I mean, I wouldn't even literally call him a distributor. Like, you know what I'm saying? He initiates the offense. But you say what?
Nigga just be on the floor.
Yeah, for real. But for real. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. They need like a true like initiator of the offense. You know what I'm saying? Like Kyle, they need an elite level point guard, like, or even if not elite, like somewhat like of a Kyle Lowry, or even like maybe even like a what's it called, like a Bledsoe, like somebody in that class of point guard.
Yep. I agree.
But they, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's what they was missing, because somebody who can pretty much just orchestrate the offense. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really had it.
Because Kawhi was trying to do it, but it was just like it take away from, his assertiveness to actually get buckets.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Because he was trying to do it all. Like you said, Randall, he was trying to do it all. He's trying to be the distributor, the scorer, the aggressive person. It's like.
And then on the defensive side, it didn't look like they had it at all.
They couldn't stop shit.
But it make no sense because they got good perimeter defenders. So that shit just didn't make sense to me. Like how they wasn't,
They had like no.
I didn't understand.
No tenacity with the shit. But Jamal Murray hit that 3, and he looked at the camera like, "That's it." Nobody digging this.
You definitely put that shit in the chat too. You was like, "It's over." And that was the meme mug. That was the dog face.
Mm-hmm. He won that shit.
They was up 3-1. I know they hurting right. They sick right now at home.
Well, I mean, and the pressure wasn't on Denver. The pressure was on LA. Yeah. The pressure was on them.
And then they put the pressure
come through.
Talking all that shit. Paul George and especially Patrick Beverley, bro. That nigga's not a look on your team. I'm sorry. He got to go.
He's not even like that. He's not like that, period.
And he's an overrated defender. He just be like, he be real dramatic with the facial expressions and shit like that and be all extra, be making people think, oh, look how hard he plays. Like, that nigga don't be doing shit.
That nigga's never been first team nothing.
He's a fraud. He is.
Yeah, he's never been first or second team nothing. Like, he's not like that.
Like Marcus Smart. Some people will compare like Marcus Smart, like I guess with their demeanor, but Marcus Smart is legit. Like, that nigga is a legit defender. And he'll give you buckets if he needs to. You know what I'm saying? But
exactly.
Patrick Beverly.
Also, he played good team defense. Mark Smart played
good.
He got a high basketball IQ. Like Marcus Smart, he really like the leader of that team.
I was just about to say that they follow his lead though.
But
that shit that
he's
he be
smart.
doing.
Like, he really is.
Yeah. The other day I was just thinking like this when this nigga was at Oklahoma State and he was just a fucking goon. But
exactly.
Was dropping buckets though.
Yeah, he was, and he was like nonstop energy.
Remember when he kicked that fan?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember. That
he was
nigga
reckless in college.
Like, he flipped, like he snapped, like, you know what I'm saying? And I remember his coach was like, he said, that's what I love about Marcus. That's what makes him great, but he just has that trigger, like, you know what I'm saying? So even the coach knew that this nigga was a little, you know what I'm saying? A little off or whatever in that regard.
Yeah.
So.
But no, he definitely displays his passion, though. I could appreciate that. That's why I said, like, that Boston-Miami series would be, like, a personal-ass series. Like, that's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I do like about the remaining teams. That outside of maybe Vogel, like, I'm not really sure because, like, LeBron is the coach of the team, the best player on the team. But Vogel, Spoelstra, goddamn
Brad Stevens,
and
Malone.
Yeah, there's some good fucking coaches, man. This is some good basketball we watching. Like the ball.
Yeah.
Jokic is like a fucking 7'2" Rondo.
Dog.
But
y'all remember when I said he was like underrated? He's probably one of the most underrated players.
Yeah.
Joker. Yeah, they don't give him no love because I feel like he's a big man, but that motherfucker does that. He had fucked around, got a triple-double last night. Like, he does everything, dog.
In the third.
He's a point. Do you want to see how this nigga, like, he has a point guard's mentality. Like, he just does. You see it when he plays.
He do.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, and he'll fuck around and get like 18 rebounds too. Like, he plays.
And
and he got a wetter. He got a J. Like the one footer, that's just unguardable. The Dirk joint, you can't even fuck with that.
And you know what I noticed that he does? He shoot off the wrong foot. Like, he won't even take 2 steps. That's that awkward shit that you can't guard. You know what I'm saying? He'll be in the middle of a drive and then just step back once. Just pull that shit up.
Hey,
how you guard that? You can't play that.
And
you ever play pickup basketball with like that random dude who just looked like some shit? You know what I'm saying? Just awkward. His shooting form awkward, but the nigga just can't be stopped. Like, I've seen
exactly.
that.
That's what Mark
cutting everybody up.
That's what Mark said. He said, "I can't stand the nigga at the wild with the cigarette in his mouth, with the backwards head and the cigarette in his mouth. It's getting you.
Just know he got it."
Yeah, so that's the thing. I don't know. I know they're going to try to put Anthony Davis on him, but I don't know. I think Anthony Davis might get into some foul trouble trying to check Jokic because he awkward. It's not like he's super fast. He's just awkward, and he makes his steps like really significant. Like, it's no wasted space. You know what I'm saying? Like Marcus said, like he either going to the basket so he can distribute it, or he going to the basket so he can score.
Right.
Like,
he plays with purpose.
Yeah.
But if
that motherfucker,
if he gonna fall all the way out the 3-point line, like, what they gonna do? They gonna
exactly. Cause who did Anthony Davis have to guard in this previous series?
Exactly.
Nobody. He was just wandering around wherever he wanted to be.
And AD was doing what he wanted, though.
Yeah.
And also Michael
Porter. So was Braun. All of them.
Michael Porter coming.
Hey, he needs some more bump. He need more bump.
Yeah.
Michael Porter, the
shit, fucking around.
He's just young. He's just young.
Yeah.
His talent, his overall
you can
talent,
see
he has elite level talent.
You're right. And you can see the young boy shit, though, because he'll have, like, a turnover or something or get, like, stripped real quick and all. Just like last night, he got stripped, but Murray hit the 3 off of that shit. It just be like young boy shit, but he gonna be all right. He gonna be straight.
They need to keep them two together.
And
they need to keep them two together somehow.
Hey, but
he has a great lineage of last name.
Jump back in it. Shut the hell up. But jump back in it. Hey,
I'm pretty sure we're related somewhere.
Hey, Simo, what was your the most outstanding thing that you've seen in week 1 of NFL football? Except the Steelers. Except the Steelers.
All right, so except the Steelers, I give it to Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's out this joint, pulling tricks out of the sleeve. He looked like when I'm not gonna compare him to Mahomes, but like when Mahomes is ready to have that start anyway, he was ready to go basically, and I think Kyler Murray's ready to go this season. How many passes did D-Hop get? I think he threw it to him at least I want to say at least 15. It was definitely in the double digits. He caught around 12, 13 balls or some shit.
Okay.
And Kyler Murray ran. I think he ran 1 touchdown and shit.
You talking about Kyler Murray?
Yeah. He was out there balling.
What was the biggest reaction for him?
He was balling.
I give it down.
What was the biggest overreaction? Like
the biggest overreaction? I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to go with. Actually, I had to go with the Steelers first quarter. I have to go with the Steelers first quarter because they was hating on Ben. They was hating on Ben real quick. They was like, I don't know, dog. Is he ready to go? And he turned that shit up second quarter.
I was actually Steelers. You can go Steelers.
Huh?
I just said no Steelers. You want Steelers?
I had to. They was, you know what I'm saying? They was disrespecting.
All right, Al, you missed the question. Who's the first quarterback bench? Who's the first coach fired?
First quarterback bench.
Let me get on that one too. I got one too.
Go ahead.
I think Mitchell Trubisky's gonna be the first quarterback bench. Okay. I think he'll be the first nigga bench.
That's what I said, Corey.
He looked like the same shit from last year. And I don't even know. Is it really just him or is it the play calling? Because it's like it's a lot of times where they need to run the fucking ball with Montgomery, but they really pressed on like. Well, he didn't overdo it with throwing the Tariq this week, but I don't know. I think it's the play calling, and so I would say that's a first coach fired. We'll say first coach fired and first quarterback bench because Trubisky definitely looked like the same. He came back, you know what I'm saying, but I don't see no consistency really with him. So I think he's gonna be the first nigga benched.
Who's the first coach fired?
Nagy.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Oh man, Nagy.
Yeah. It's the play.
He only got that. He only got that job because Philly won the Super Bowl.
I don't see him. It's the play calling is not there. He's not utilizing them weapons, and I think one of their wide receivers went out. Is it Allen Robinson or somebody?
But today he said he's trying to work it out. So I don't know.
They're talking about some money there.
Nah, he's trying to leave. I'm telling you, Chicago not even like that anyway, though. So he's trying to leave. He won't bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
He don't get the ball thrown to him. Shit, that nigga went out of there. I feel him.
Mm-hmm.
You figured that out?
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna like it.
What?
Uh-oh.
I think Haskins might get benched first.
Crazy. For who?
For Kyle Allen. If Alex Smith is healthy, I don't know. I feel like
Alex Smith is never going to be healthy enough to play NFL games. But why is Kyle Allen?
I mean, because he came. I mean, he came with Ron Rivera. I mean, like, and he know what Ron Rivera want, and like, you know what I'm saying. I think like Dwayne Haskins might. I don't want to write him off yet, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like he might turn the ball over. He might cause too many turnovers. And
Did he have any turnovers this weekend now?
I don't know.
Nah.
You
I was
also
going to ask that because I didn't watch the Redskins game. Was it? Did he look like, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't ready or what? Or is it just his first game? You know what I'm saying? His first game of the season. We ain't had preseason game.
He started off slow, but in the second half he picked it up. I mean, I look at it just it was just the first game of the season. You know, I mean, I don't know. I ain't put too much weight in it because he did improve in the second half. So
and
it's a whole new offense, everything new. So I mean.
And also, like I said, his left tackle, his blind side, and his left guard was rated the worst offensive lineman this past weekend. The worst. Bottom. Very bottom. Last of the last. So.
And I also say that Ron Rivera did say, he said that, because I remember I watched an interview, they was like, oh, would you have brought Cam Newton in if you had the opportunity? And he was like, nah, because he said that would be unfair for Dwayne's development. So even for him to even say that shows that he has been invested in him in a way. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he invested in his new home. That's what's up.
Yeah, and one key thing that I heard too that Haskins gave that speech at halftime like a leader. I'm not sure
he galvanized the team.
Yeah, but he got the team motivated, and you know what I'm saying. Like that's a form that, you know. As a coach, when you look at that, you like, okay, well, he making strides. You know what I'm saying? Like he got people listening to him. It's not like he's a captain and he ain't showing, you know, his leadership skills. So I don't know. I feel like if I read anything into that, I feel like he making steps. You know what I'm
saying? Do y'all think no preseason showed a lot for all the teams? No preseason fucked a lot of people up this week? Yeah.
But I think so.
At the same time, like they said, like this first week was like top 3 or top 5 in points scored, and like which is kind of odd.
Yeah.
I mean, but defense ain't been able to tackle nobody for
real. True.
Right.
And they also said like refs weren't calling holding calls at like
I heard that. I heard it was like 70% less.
Yeah.
You know what that has to do with the fan noise? Huh? Hold on. You think it has to do with the fan noise because there's no fans? So there's less people jumping off sides. You can hear everybody clearly. Like you think the holding calls that has something to do with the fact that there's no fans in the stadium?
I know it looked like T.J. Watt jumped off sides. That nigga was already in the backfield before the fucking play was hyped. That nigga was back there.
JJ Watt, you know what they call him. My dog. Shit. Y'all know what time it is, man. Number 1 defense. We already got the number 1 defense. Y'all know what time it is. Shit. They no cap. They said Redskins is up there too. I think it's at least top. I'm gonna say I ain't gonna slight y'all. I say top 3, but I think they said top 5 defenses.
Yeah, I said that when we got on here. I said they was looking like some bullies on Sunday, man. Top 5 even.
Yeah.
Easy.
I'll pay attention to it when it's like week 8. We can get
we'll see. Because I think it's easier for the defense to adjust without a preseason than it is for an offense or whatever. So it might just be that preseason, no preseason shit. So we'll see. We'll see what these defenses do.
Last week, I want to let y'all know, people out there, we made week 1 picks on the Vegas lines, and you roll with us, you'd have been well off.
Caking.
Well off. We did not lose a single line. Even
Bro, I said that. I watched that shit before the games too. I was like, yo, we came on everything. Like everything.
What was the lines? What do we predict?
Okay, even Marcus, his first time betting, he had -8 on the Ravens. Check.
Check.
Book it. Even Al, when he tried to take back the Jets, -6.5.
The Bills.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bills. That shit covered too.
Me, 1.5. Seahawks. Check. Mm-hmm. Chargers, -3. They push. You didn't lose your money. You got your money back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Titans. We call that -1.5, not game day line, but we call that 1.5. Book it. Steelers -4.5. Book it. Like we came through on all that shit. So moving forward, I'm gonna load it up right here. I need y'all lines, and this is the we're gonna go with Vegas Insider. Can y'all see this right here?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
See it?
Yeah.
I'll get everybody in here. All right. So look like these two right here, Westgate and MGM.
All right.
So obviously we going Cincinnati shrunk like shit over the past day, but we're not gonna look at that one. Cincinnati and Cleveland.
Yeah. That's amateur night.
I would honestly pick the Rams in the pick'em game
Over the Eagles.
Yeah, and be scared. But I would definitely.
Yeah. I don't trust Philly right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my lock. I think my lock is going to be all the way on the Monday night, and it's going to be 1-2-5.
Who's Monday?
I think it's going
Can play Sunday night. Who Monday?
It's going to be New Orleans over Vegas, 5.5.
Oh yeah, easy. Yeah,
that's going to be
easy.
my week.
Well, that might be a good. That might be a tough joint. They playing in Vegas though, ain't they? They ain't playing in the dome.
Yeah, that's like the season and opener too.
Yeah,
but ain't nobody gonna be there.
New Orleans defense got a lot better though. Their defense got a lot better.
Dog, is it me, or when you watch the New Orleans defense, I don't know if it's the uniforms, the black. I just swear they have more niggas on the field, dog. Them motherfuckers be moving, dog. Them niggas be moving over that joint. They fast as shit over there, dog.
Yeah, and just so y'all know, Mike Thomas might not be playing on Monday night.
Right.
That high ankle sprain.
Ooh, okay.
Shit, that mean Emmanuel Sanders gonna get some work. Jared Cook.
Good call, Al. I'm also feeling this Jacksonville plus 9.
Yeah, that's all that is.
Who they playing?
The fuck?
Who Jacksonville got?
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Plus 9.
Y'all taking Jacksonville?
Yeah, I think
Y'all
plus 9.
Plus 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Green Bay on -6 too.
-6.
I feel like they're gonna act up against Detroit.
At home.
Hell yeah, they about to get Detroit to work.
Yeah, Detroit defense looks shitty. They just lost to the fucking Bears. Yeah, they look shitty.
That's what I mean. Like, how they let the Bears come back like that? That hurt.
Yeah. Trubisky was about to be benched that day. They fucked up.
Hold on, what's that Jacksonville tennis?
HP look good out there though.
Yeah, that's what we said. P plus 9 on the.
I don't know if I can do that one. I don't know.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I don't know.
What's that?
Tennessee is strapping right now, dog.
What's the New England spread?
They play Seattle.
I don't think Tennessee was strapping.
Oh,
you don't think they were strapping last year? They looked all right. It was Denver. It's first game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Also, maybe this Minnesota -3.
I like Indianapolis.
Indianapolis -3.
Giants in Chicago is a toss-up.
Yeah, I like Indianapolis. I know it seems weird, but I like Indianapolis.
-3.
-3. Yep.
I could actually see that though.
I'm not sold on the Vikings. I'm not sold on the Vikings. Yeah. I mean, and then you lose one of your top running backs. So now you have to put hopefully now you have to use your running backs to Jonathan Taylor and Naeem Hines, whatever running back.
Yeah.
With you.
Yeah, I think I like that one.
Dude, the one I like that Dallas Atlanta -4.5 ain't bad either.
I think they're gonna put some points up there that game. It's gonna be a lot of points that game.
Yeah, that's gonna be a shootout.
Yeah.
What's the over?
And
I might take that. The over on the
Yeah, that's what I said. I like the way that one looked.
What time they play at 1 p.m.?
Yeah, Dallas got the fans in their stadium and all that.
Yeah, I might. Yeah,
I don't like that 1 p.m. start though. I don't like that 1 p.m. start.
That's perfect for them.
I don't know, but I just for the 1 p.m. games, they don't really be whooping with the points, but I don't know.
Yeah, in Seattle.
Yeah. But even the Frisco and the Jets, I know they can put the work in on the fucking Jets.
Oh, they playing the Jets? Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, you take that one.
-7 though.
I mean, I feel like San Fran can get up on a touch. The Jets ain't doing. How they gonna score?
I would go with that one.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell hurt. He hurt.
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
I would take that one. I would probably buy a point just in case that shit.
Yeah. Yep.
By 6.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, and you know what?
Richard Sherman out too.
What you call us hurt too? The tight end.
Richard Sherman, George Kittle.
Yeah,
George Kittle.
Oh yeah.
Both same.
Yeah.
I still think San Francisco's a better team though, like all around with that shit.
Yeah.
And they trying to avenge they lost, so they trying to do some work.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think this week harder than last week. The pick.
Nah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Because we actually saw the teams too.
All right. So
definitely take Pittsburgh.
Lock them in.
What did y'all lock?
Pittsburgh over Denver.
Pittsburgh over Denver is what?
Early.
It's 7.5, Corey. So you gonna buy it down to 7, or you gonna get it at 7.5?
Get that 7.
7. Yeah, give me that.
Are you going with 7?
Yeah, because if you push it, it's easy. Nah, I'm going with the Dallas Atlanta joint. I think Dallas gonna go ahead and take that -4.5.
Dallas at 4.5. Dallas 4.5.
Yeah. Lock that in. Lock that in.
Dallas 4.5. Okay. Who next?
I got Green Bay over Detroit.
That's a good one too.
Green Bay -6.
Yeah, they should blow their ass out.
That's a good one.
Green Bay -6.
Aaron Rodgers on a revenge tour too.
He sure is. He balled out last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he about to go off this year.
Al, who you got,
Al? Shit. Lock me in. I'm locking in the Colts. No, I'm locking in the Colts. No, matter of fact, before I lock in the Colts, I'm locking in the Browns.
Browns?
That's bold.
Spicy.
You can't do Browns because the people not gonna see this until Saturday.
You're right. Show you right. All right. Well, lock me in for the Colts.
What's that? -3?
Yeah. You don't want to take the Browns anyway.
Shit, I'm taking the Browns.
Yeah, they probably win.
Marcus, they probably will. Fucking around.
Marcus, you got anything?
I was thinking that the Dallas, and the same thing Phil said.
Got you.
Dallas -4.5.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with I'm gonna go ahead and go with I'm gonna give y'all 3.
All right.
2.
So I gotta hit 2 for 3.
I feel like another one too.
Place your bets.
And my parlay gonna be nasty this week.
Hey Phil, my parlay nasty as shit already, bro.
You gotta get Buffalo. You gotta get Buffalo over Miami.
But I don't know if Buffalo can score like that. I was looking at that shit.
Buffalo is when Josh Allen has his best game so far.
But that nigga be fumbling like all the time. He always does some bogus shit during the game.
He did.
That nigga.
Yeah.
Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna go Buffalo with the spread. I'm gonna go the Dallas and the Falcons on the over total points, and I'm also gonna go with the Rams pick 'em.
Okay. So the Rams over.
Yeah.
And I can see that shit too.
I better go 2 for 3, please.
Where they playing? Are they playing in Philly or are they playing in LA?
Yeah, they in Philly, but ain't no fans.
Yeah. Now I just want to know where they playing at.
It don't matter, man. Our O line. That's a good pick because the O line is gonna get shitted on. Like I was looking at Aaron Donald last week. That nigga was a wrecking ball.
Hey Corey, I'm also gonna pick Pittsburgh -7.
Got to. It's you don't even have to think about that one.
I take Pittsburgh in that one straight up. Like I take them straight up.
Got to.
I don't know if I'll even fuck with that spread just because like
you seen the defense.
Yeah. Defense was solid.
We back.
I ain't gonna say all that.
Denver ain't gonna do that much. So, you're right. Denver ain't gonna do much.
Only thing I will say to critique. Only thing to critique on my defense is I didn't hear my man Minka Fitzpatrick name called. I didn't hear his name called too many times. I didn't like that, but I can't be upset because my D line and my linebackers were fucking munishing shit. Saquon had how many yards out this joint? He was 6. The number 2 pick in the fantasy football. Get the fuck out of here.
He had 6.
Ben Roethlisberger had more rush yards than him. Did you know that?
Yeah, I said this earlier. Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger had 9 yards rushing. That's crazy.
He had to be disappointed.
Hell yeah. He was trying to get yards. He couldn't get shit, man. He couldn't get shit done.
Well, the good thing for if you do have him in fantasy football, that's probably the toughest defense he'll play all year. So,
all right. So, like, how we just picked our locks of the week. Do you think it's a lock for this upcoming election? Like, is there a winner in the bag? Is even worth it? Do y'all feel?
I don't know, man.
The way things are going, like, is it worth betting? I mean, it's always worth betting, but is it worth voting?
Right.
Is it worth voting?
I just hate politics.
Do they have Vegas odds for that shit? Can I bet on that shit though?
Yeah, and it's
It's about right now.
It's about
I
think it's like 115 like Biden and then like 105 Trump. It's pretty even. It's like betting like a UFC fight right now.
Right. Okay.
Great analogy.
After the last election, you cannot fake on this nigga Trump. You cannot fake on him. So
yeah, but the odds for Trump last time was like plus like 940. Like you would have been paid if you'd have picked Trump.
Really?
Yeah, he was a dog. I don't know. I feel like with those politics, though, it always gets skewed. You know what I'm saying? It's always a state they got to recount some shit. Then that's when they fuck around. It's always like, I hate politics because it's like they cheat. So, but if I had to put my money on someone, it'd probably be Trump. I ain't on front. I probably put my money on that motherfucker to repeat. I'm not even joking. Just like the way I see the support and how people go crazy for him. And he's like an entity. I've never seen no shit like that. So I put my money on him.
They'll be out there like, fuck those masks. Fuck those masks.
And this is the thing. This is the one thing I say about him. He's an asshole to everybody. So it's like, that's how that motherfucker really is. He don't sugarcoat nothing. So it's like, people are comfortable with that shit.
Unless you're on live TV.
Yeah, man. I feel like, and he has more numbers than I thought. So if I had to bet.
The question is it worth voting? Like,
so
I told you, man, that shit. I think it's worth voting because there's power with that. But then it's like I told you, the motherfuckers cheat and all types of shit. So I hate politics.
I think it's always worth voting. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're supposed to be voting for your own interests. You know what I'm saying? So it's always definitely going to be worth voting.
Right.
But as far as a lock, I really couldn't give you – I have no fucking idea. Like I said, after the last election, everybody knew Trump was not going to win. And here he come in this motherfucker. Here we are today. He's in this joint. So – and then like the Democratic Party is like – it's likable, but not so many people really fuck with Biden or Kamala Harris.
Oh, you're right. That's not the sexy pick.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's really a toss up. It's flip a fucking coin. It's really flip a fucking coin, I think. Whoever shows out the vote. Whoever turns out the vote.
Yeah, that's why this would be a good bet because it's damn near even.
Yeah,
You gotta be right.
So I think that's why the question is, you know what I'm saying, is it even worth going out and voting? Because, you know what I'm saying, like the thought was that Trump had it in the bag last year. I mean, that Trump was nowhere near able to pull it out last time. Saying like, and then I think the question probably is because if I'm not mistaken, Randall, that's a question from one of my family members, right?
close family.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, I'm just talking about like a friend of the family. I'm just saying that's a question from a friend of the Flight Room crew. So what I'm getting at is I think you know what I'm saying, like I think the question is based off of like, is it worth going out and voting? And I think, you know what I'm saying, like it's I understand both sides of the equation. Like, you know what I'm saying, like everybody always like make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, or not only make it seem like everybody always talk about like how people always die for your right to vote. And then at the same time, but people also die for the right to not vote. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so that everybody has their own like political beliefs and agendas and different things of that nature. For me, I always feel like it is my right to vote and it is on me to vote. But I always had like this little preconceived notion in my head, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't vote, then I can't complain about shit that happened. Like, whether if I don't vote, then I can't complain about anything that happened. Like, even if my vote don't count or my vote doesn't, like, you know what I'm saying, change the who won, who lost. Like, I feel like I can't, and it's just my personal opinion. Like, I feel like I can't complain about anything that ever happened. So if I don't vote in like the primaries, I can't complain about like anything regarding that election. If I don't vote, like, and regardless if my candidate doesn't win, I feel like I shouldn't be able to complain about anything that happened, like, regardless if it's that 2 years, that 4 years, or anything of the sort. Like, if laws or anything were changed, then I feel like I shouldn't be able to complain because I didn't even go to the ballot box and input my suggestion or anything of the sort. So if you're not going to vote, I have no problem with you not voting. I just always feel like it's on us. If we want our voice to be heard, like our voice in the ballot box, and we need to go out and put that vote in. But that's just on me.
Gotta participate.
I definitely agree with you though, Al. Like, I know the question is it worth voting? I feel like yeah, because it's still like your responsibility at the end of the day. It's like an opportunity for you to do that. A lot of people can't even do that. You know, these illegal aliens, shit like that, can't even like, you know, speak their voice. I feel like you should take advantage of the opportunity regardless. You know what I mean?
I would say like a question like that would come from a person probably like in a state like ours or whatever, where shit is already going to be decided. We know how people are going to vote in Maryland. We know how people are going to vote in certain states. You know what I'm saying? Maryland's going to go Democrat all day. You know what I'm saying? You know that. But that's why when they're touring the country and shit or whatever, they go to certain, that's why they call them battlegrounds or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where they can flip the shit or whatever. So I definitely understand the question, but yeah, you definitely got to vote. You definitely got to vote, regardless. You got to participate.
Yeah, well, I want to say on the topic, yeah, I definitely think if you have personal interest that you want to get met, or like you know you have somebody representing you that's on the ballot and you want to vote for that person, if that person serves your personal interest, then yeah, I think voting is worth it if it serves your personal interest. And then the question I had is like, even because that's not the first time I've heard that somebody say like, oh, if you don't vote, then you don't have a right to complain. And my question in for that whole in context to that is, what if neither candidate serves my self-interest? So does that mean that I can't say what I dislike about the state, even though I didn't have a single person representing me on the ballot? So it's like so it's like basically saying you should go ahead and vote, even if that person on the ballot doesn't serve your self-interest. It's like, did you vote? You got your I voted sticker. Okay, now you're gonna voice your opinion. But because you don't have an I voted sticker, even though who was on the ballot didn't represent you in any way at all, just because you didn't vote and you didn't get that sticker, now your whole opinion is voided. Nah, that don't make no sense to me at all. And whenever I hear people say that, I just never understood the logic and how that just eliminates your like completely just eliminates you out the conversation just because you didn't get an I voted sticker. I don't understand that. And when I say I voted sticker, obviously I don't mean that literally. I'm just saying the act of voting, like people have issues that even the politicians don't speak on. Like there's a lot of people who have certain things that they don't like that may not be a talking point of Kamala Harris, may not be a talking point of Donald Trump. So, but just because they didn't choose to go vote for somebody who ain't even serving their interests anyway, that person can't have an opinion. I don't agree with that at all. That don't make
That's
no
like
sense.
saying shut up and play basketball.
I do feel you on that, Marcus. It is like a catch-22. Like I know exactly where you coming from on that shit. I do agree. I'm glad you even said that shit too.
Yeah, it makes sense.
No, it does. Because it is people that don't, like, some of these motherfuckers don't even have the same interests as people that are voting. Yeah. So it's like, I understand. It's like an empty calorie.
Yeah, that's how I mean. That's how I look at it. Because I almost look at that as like a form of control. It's like kind of like you're not playing the game, so because you're not playing the game, you're not allowed to have an opinion. I feel like that's a form of like you know what I'm saying? It's like you got to go along with the system. Because you didn't go along with the system told you is your form of freedom of what you can do to make it. It's like kind of like the system says here, we're gonna give you a form of choosing your freedom, or a sense of like you have the power to change society. So we're gonna say vote. But they're making it seem like the only way you can change society is through voting. So if you don't vote, then that means that you have no voice. And I don't agree with that, because you can still influence society in other ways outside of just voting. You know what I'm saying? Like that may be one aspect, and it does have a lot of power. But you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't just completely just dismiss a person because they didn't vote. Yeah. Like, nah.
So I think what I'm saying is, what I'm talking about is talking about policies and stuff. So if we're talking about like, like, yes, you can go out and influence society regardless if you vote Republican, Democrat, Independent, or whatever. But I'm talking about like if we're talking about, I could just say like policies. I'm only talking about policies, and I don't really know Trump's policies. I don't really, I don't want to get too much into policies. But if we're talking about, like, we'll just say person A or Republican candidate A is like, all right, well, my policy is that we're going to extend Medicare, extend Medicare, blah, blah, blah. And then Democratic person is like, like, I'm going to slash Medicare. And then like all of a sudden, like you don't go out and vote. Like my perception and what I'm talking about is like, all right, well, I don't feel like you should be able to go out and be like, man, I don't even give a fuck about Medicare. Like Medicare shouldn't matter. Like who's talking about Medicare? Like, why am I I don't think you should be going out and complaining about Medicare when that's like, if that was your, if that was your sticking point, and that was one of your voting points. Like, I don't think you should go out and be complaining or talking about like, like complaining about Medicare when that was one major voting policies that was up in place. But once again, like I said, if voting is not for you, I completely agree. Voting isn't for everybody. Voting, like it is allowing or putting your faith or putting your trust in the government to do right by you. But at the same time, like I just said, like I just feel, and that's just me. I feel like like I shouldn't be able to complain. I shouldn't talk bad about something that I didn't actually go to the ballot box and do my quote unquote
my service.
Yeah. Due diligence. And what I'll say to that is like, all right, so even if we're speaking on policies, we have two different people. One person voted, one person didn't, but they have the same exact opinion and they feel the same exact way. So because the person who voted, like let's say like I voted for a policy. Let's say like candidate A wanted, I agree with candidate A, I didn't agree with candidate B. Candidate B won, their policy is going through. I don't agree with that person, even though I voted. There's somebody who didn't vote it who feels the same way I do. So if me and that person is having a conversation, I voted, my candidate didn't win, but now I'm talking to a person who feels the same way as me, and then even me as a person who voted, and I'm talking to a person who didn't vote, and we have the same exact opinion, but because that person didn't vote, I'm like, you can't complain. Even though we feel the same way, and I agree with you, and we mirror each other as far as our opinions, but you didn't vote, so you can't complain. I can complain because I voted even though my candidate didn't win. That like still don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because we're talking about, like I said, the truth is the truth. Whatever a person may feel is what they may feel, but that doesn't just deny them because they didn't take an action. You know what I'm saying? Because two people can take the same action and feel the same way. Like one person could vote and one person don't vote, and they have the same exact fucking opinion. You know what I'm saying? So does that mean, oh well, does that just dismiss that person's opinion? They feel the same exact way. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
At that point, I would have to agree with Alex. If they're actually bringing policies that you care about, and you want to, and you can actually change some shit by voting. You know what I'm saying? For a specific policy, you're voting for a person who's bringing a specific policy or whatever. Yeah, you need to vote. If you do not vote for that candidate that brings that policy that you care about, yeah, I agree. You should not have shit to say. Now, if we're talking about people who are not voting because there are people running who are not bringing specific policies that you want to bring to the table anyway. They're not speaking to you anyway. Like, say maybe legalizing weed. Nobody's talking about legalizing shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you're not voting for, that's why you don't want to vote, because somebody's not speaking to you personally on your level. All right, fine. That's cool with me. But if it's specific, if there's a specific policy that somebody's bringing to the table, and you want to bring, you have the chance to vote for that shit. Yeah, you should definitely vote. But if you don't, then I don't think you should be able to have to say anything. You should not be able to complain.
Once again, I don't want to. Go ahead, Randall.
But don't like career politicians like guarantee or promise a lot of things, and then when it comes down to it, like it don't happen, or even with like for example, like the the Medicare or the Affordable Health Care Act, the one that Obama passed, they call it Obamacare, which is not fair to everybody like slam Obamacare.
Right.
In all actuality,
Affordable Health Care Act.
That was like Mitt Romney's like proposed shit. So, like he took that and just like retooled it and then made it the Affordable Health Care Act. So
right,
a lot of people promised it. I mean, different or even like same things, and then it just I don't know. It's almost like a popularity type thing. Like who's more like eloquent, or who's like gets on your good side. Who hits a nerve with these type of things that you live by on a day to day. Like this is the same shit that we witnessed in high school, like with these SGA type stuff. So
yeah.
So like I don't know.
Class president,
no more homework, and they was gonna put new vending machines and shit. Like that was what they used to say every year. New
whose money?
Vending machines.
Whose money? Who they doing this?
No more homework.
Yeah. These are the same people that's running right now. So like I don't know. Like I only voted one time, and it was for Obama's first year, and I think it was also like the time we was voting for casinos in Maryland too. Like, but I was I was averse to voting because I was just fixated on like it's all they're gonna put whoever they want to put in there. But like now, like I think people are like, this is like nobody else's like your thoughts is my thoughts. There's no like I don't know, like people are kind of like jumping on the bandwagon of just misdirection. So I kind of want to vote, and I don't want to vote because like it's like my belief and I gotta stick to my belief. But I think people are voting now for the wrong reasons. They don't even know they vote for the wrong reasons right now. So
I would agree with that. Because that's exactly what I was saying. It's like, are there really? Is anybody really putting any type of policy that you actually want that you can use or some shit? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's really the same shit.
All this misdirection that we just witnessed in 2020, especially in the summer, like this shit is such a fucking show. Like shit, like it's I don't know.
I'm saying, so at the end of the day, if it's not a policy that you care about or whatever, whether it's what was it Andrew Young or whatever, Andrew Yang, whatever he was trying to give a universal income or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get a check or whatever the fuck. If it's it's like if it's something that doesn't really, there's no real policies that's really getting people to come to vote anyway. So at the end of the day, like this election is like you're basically just voting for the lesser two evils.
Race is race now. Race.
Like, yeah, I wanted to say that too. It's like you're just voting based off race. Voting based off race.
So in that context, then, by not voting, are you letting your people down? By not voting, that was also part of the question too. Like, do you think that by not voting, you're letting your people down?
Nah.
I mean, I don't know, because when that question kind of sounds like when Joe Biden said, "If you don't vote for me, you ain't black." You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of like that. Like if who are like what's the team that we all supposed to be on? That's what that question kind of sounds like. Like if I'm letting my people down, I mean I'm letting my team down. So who is my team supposed to vote for? Because that's kind of what that sounds like. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's two parts to that. I think also I think you're right on that part too. But I also think sometimes like we also talk about like if you don't vote, you're letting your ancestors down too, because your ancestors died for the right to vote, and your ancestors died for these opportunities and everything of that sort. So I think that portion is like I'm letting black people down, but it's also like only current black people, but also ancestors and people before us. But I think if you're not letting, and to answer the question, am I letting my people down by not voting? I think it's always two sides. Like, yes, you might be letting your people down because just because some of the rhetoric that's coming out of the White House and how that does necessarily affect black people and affect people of color. But at the same time, once again, if voting is not for you and you don't see the importance, or you don't see like how it can affect you or affect like your community or like I'm saying the lineage that you have or may have later. I don't think you can say it's letting anybody down if that's how you look at it. I mean, I don't want to say. I just say, like I said, for me, it's always like, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I need to go out and vote. I feel like I need to go ahead and do my civic duty and you know what I'm saying, like make my voice known, let my voice be heard. Shaq, what you think?
So even hold on, I had to, because I wanted to respond to what you were saying. Because even within that, I think like so the question said, if you vote, are you letting your people down? So if I vote Trump, am I supporting, like, am I for the people if I vote for Trump? You see what I'm saying? Because it's almost like there's only one side you're supposed to vote on to support your people. It's not, the question is if you're voting. So if I vote for Trump, am I letting my people down? You understand my point? So if I vote, I'm still voting, right? I'm doing my civic duty, but I vote for Trump. Now, does that change the equation?
Now what's the problem?
That's why I said. So all right. So in my eyes, and it's just to me, in my eyes, if you, I think a vote, I believe a vote for Trump it is a vote against our people, just because, like, you know what I'm saying, like the different things that has come out based on, you know what I'm saying, like not only like the disparity in like how we are handling coronavirus and different things, but also how like the rhetoric and, you know what I'm saying, like bringing about the different policies that are allowing us black people and people of color to be treated whatever.
What coronavirus got to do with Trump at the end of the day?
We're gonna do this again. Coronavirus has to do with Trump simply because, like, not only are you like you are
masks
guidance. You are creating your own guidance. You are creating your own handbook. You are dismantling all systems that, you know what I'm saying, like all advisors and people who have the knowledge to provide like actual substance to how we prepare and how we handle situations. Not only are you dismantling like the CDC, where you're not allowing people to report to the CDC, but not only are you like, you know what I'm saying, like providing guidance when one of your lead advisors is out, is under anesthesia, you know what I'm saying? Like, not only are we talking about like, we could talk about a whole bunch of different things. That we could talk about the amount of black people. Not only are we talking about like how we could say we're going to downplay the situation, but then all of a sudden, like, you keep coming back out later and later and later, and you say, oh yeah, we knew about it the entire time. And then like,
do you think one man is going to like have a significant difference. I mean, the president position, and like whoever was in this seat, it would have been a significant difference in the outcome of this coronavirus.
I do believe so. Because all right, so and we're just
wait, let me back that up. Because on a worldwide stage, the death rate is pretty much the same all across the board.
So
well, it shouldn't. That's the point. Go ahead, Al. That's the point.
So if we're gonna talk about it like a business. We're gonna talk about it like a business. So Trump is running the country like a business, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if we got
all right, go ahead.
So if I have a business, right? If I have a business and I have a board of executives or a board of directors or a nice little board that provides guidance and provides like assurance, checks and balances, and makes sure that we're doing different things correctly. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm supposed to adhere to some of their advice. And yes, I had the final decision making policies, or I have the final decision making stamp, whereas though I make my decision based off of what you know what I'm saying, how I'm feeling. If I fire everybody, don't replace anybody on my board of directors, and literally don't listen to anybody, like regardless of like the different, you know what I'm saying, like the different
Fauci that's on TV every day?
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did he fire Fauci that's on TV every day?
Did he fire him? No, but did he downplay him and make him seem like he was he wasn't credible and everything of the sort?
Mm-hmm.
And regardless, like we still following, like not only are we supposed to follow, like I'm once again, I'm not trying to put everything on one man, so I wouldn't just necessarily put it on Fauci. But if we're going to discredit Fauci, huh?
The same thing with Trump. You put it on one man?
No, I'm putting it on one man because one man fired everybody. He's
firing folks, and people are leaving. People are leaving.
Say it again, Ron.
But you say you're not Fauci and one man, but you say you're gonna put it on Trump at the same time.
Because Trump is the CEO at this point in time. Trump is the CEO, and Fauci is on his board of directors.
So what background knowledge do we have in control of diseases and stuff like that?
None. I don't know why they voted for him, but none.
But
that's the whole point of having advisors. That's the whole point of having advisors, people who specialize in this.
Exactly. That's my point. That's exactly my point. Trump has only been in office for 4 years, and these advisors have been in office for 20-some years. So of course he's gonna listen to these motherfuckers. That's my point.
But he's not listening to nobody.
Huh?
Who is he listening to?
So Fauci, he had to listen to Fauci because he was on fucking TV 24/7.
I don't think
3 months after the fact.
He didn't. I don't think he necessarily even
3 months.
3 months after the fact.
He was on TV in front of him, standing in front of him.
And he's still. Matter of fact, ain't they chewing his ass up right now because he was he was withholding information or whatever. He was saying, "Oh yeah,
that's their job."
Fuck it.
That's their job. They withhold information.
I don't want to say he wasn't taking Fauci for his word, because if Fauci kept saying like
why would you, knowing everything he knows?
Let me say this, since everybody likes to compare presidents. If Obama, a black man, if a black man, Obama withheld this information, would we not have civil unrest right now? Would we not have civil unrest? I mean, they had a problem with fucking Michelle Obama trying to bring in healthier foods into your child's school for just for lunch. They had a problem with that shit.
A worldwide, not a fucking US wide, a worldwide pandemic.
Exactly.
No, yeah, exactly. What I got to do with a worldwide pandemic?
Just handling some local shit. That's the whole point.
It's worldwide.
He can't handle local shit. He can't handle local shit. So how he gonna handle some worldwide shit?
What do you mean?
That's the whole point.
It's worldwide. Anybody would have lost in this position. Anybody would have lost in this position. I'm sorry.
Once again, so Fauci, one of the main things that he was, you know what I'm saying, like advising and talking about was, you know what I'm saying, like making sure we wear masks. And that was one of his main sticking points. And he was talking about like the science that goes along with it. And then all of a sudden Trump literally went back and forth and was like, nah, I don't think we should wear masks. He got his whole people talking about we don't want to wear masks. And as Corey say, I don't want to wear no fucking mask. I don't want to wear no fucking mask. But
Exactly.
This
Fuck these masks. He having a little motherfucking what you call him?
Wearing his Washington Nationals mask is protecting for the worst virus in known to man history. Y'all telling me that? His fucking frail 80-year-old ass and the frail Washington Nationals mask is protecting him for the worst virus in known to man history. Come on, man. Y'all ain't seeing the fake shit out here.
I'm with you, Randall. Trust me. I'm with you, Randall.
This shit's all a fucking show. And then seeing him sitting shoulder to shoulder with Bill Gates. Like, they all the same people. This dude has been sitting in NIH. This dude's been sitting with the Worldwide Health. Has been sitting in these positions for 20 years. 20 years.
Yeah. That's why you.
So the question is the COVID-19 shit real or not? So that's what you're telling me. Is the question? The question is COVID-19 real or not? Basically, is the severity real or not?
It's real, but on a worldwide scale, it's real. But to put it on one person in the United States at the in the Oval Office, it's just, I mean, like, everybody's doing.
That's the commander in chief. So yeah,
nigga, I just
said
the commander in chief of the United States, but on a worldwide scale, why is he why is he getting the short end of the stick?
Because everybody else taking precautions and he not doing shit. That's why. Everybody else taking precautions and he not doing shit.
Well, how you feel about this? Because
Go ahead, Shaq. How you feel, Shaq?
I ain't heard from you in a minute. Come on, Shaq. I ain't heard from you all night.
So it's so many points. I'm like, are we touching point on to vote, or are we touching point on
all of it?
Damn, how you gonna put this shit on this man? Like, everybody's dealing with this shit. Everybody's dealing with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like if you're talking about voting, I think that's personal, and I do think that, if you feel like you can make a difference, if you feel like you want your voice heard, you should vote. I feel like it is almost like, I don't want to tell nobody what to do, but I feel like if you have any type of ownership or responsibility, or you feel like you're obligated to do it, just like in your personal life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do feel like, even though you're a small amount compared to, the holistic view of the United States, you're not going to defer to somebody else to pick what insurance you have. I'm just, I'm saying minuscule shit, but you're not going to say, oh yeah, this is my new advisor, and I'll just go with paying $300 a month for car insurance, and I won't, do my own studies and look at who the candidate is and actually go and vote and, vote for what I want. I'm trying to relate it to something small that's in our daily lives, but I don't trust people, you know what I'm saying? So I would look at every detail. I would look at how much I could save. I would look at if something happens, you know what I'm saying? If an accident happens, how much I've covered. Like, that's just me. And so I would feel like I would want to have some type of responsibility or some type of input also in voting. But that doesn't mean that your one vote actually, will change the damn decision either. Because we talked about this last time. Whoever they really want to elect, you know what I'm saying, will be elected. Like, and I believe that too. So yeah, I don't think the coronavirus issue was a Trump issue, but I do think he could have handled it better.
Yeah, but can't you say it for anybody though? They could have handled it better. Like,
yeah,
literally. You can say that about anybody.
Every president, even China, even Italy, because Italy, I ain't gonna get into this worldwide shit, but even Italy knew that the virus was in their, presence, and they didn't react to it until two or 3 weeks later.
Right. It was either Switzerland or Sweden, whatever. I don't know the damn difference, but they never had a lockdown, and they still had the death rate.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I would to add to that, I would say as far as like, pointing the finger at Trump or whoever, I feel like almost in any place in the world, if you have a person in a position of leadership and things don't go right and you don't like that person, you're going to point the finger at them regardless. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what language you speak. It don't matter what country you from. It don't matter nothing. I think that's a human thing. If you put someone in a position of power as in a form of leadership and shit don't go your way and you don't like that person, you're going to point the finger at them. And that's
the job. That's part of the job.
I watch football, and we always blame the head.
That's part of the job.
We always blame the head.
What they need to start calling these politicians and presidents, what they need to start doing instead of calling them presidents is calling them scapegoats. Because that's really what their job is when the people aren't, shit ain't going on in their life or with the situation on the ground amongst the people, you just point the finger at the person at the top. That way you don't have to look at yourself and say, what am I contributing to the bullshit? You can always point at the person with the quote-unquote authority. And you take it away from yourself. You take your power away from yourself because you rather give the power to another motherfucker to fix your issues. So it's always that's just how it goes. That's their job to get the finger pointed at them.
That's the bad guy.
But at the same time, like some of them, I'm not saying all of them, some of them don't have the best interest in the people. They have the best interest of big. So, yeah, I mean, once you start following the paper trail, yeah, it's more clear.
I was gonna say that too, man. I don't think Trump gives a fuck. Like, I'm just telling y'all straight up, he don't give a fuck. You can point fingers at him.
That is how I feel.
You can say that he's stupid. You can say he's dumb. Guess what?
But that's
hold on. After his term is said and done, this battle is about to be more powerful than anybody we know that was ever president before. He already was a fucking millionaire. This dude is a fucking real estate genius. He's gonna have so much fucking land all throughout the whole fucking fucking world. This is gonna be crazy. He don't give a fuck that somebody pointing a finger at him because of a virus.
But look, this is the thing though with Trump. This is the thing. I think the reason why people don't like Trump is literally because this nigga don't be like he doesn't pander. He doesn't fucking sugarcoat shit. He doesn't like niggas like people to whisper sweet nothings in your ear.
Right.
You want niggas to tell you what you want to hear. He don't give you that. So like niggas feel damn near offended that he ain't pandering to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, this nigga's supposed to be pandering to me. What an asshole. You know what I'm saying? And then you get another motherfucker who tell you he on your side, whispers sweet nothings in your ear and stabs you in the fucking back over and over and over and over and over again. So I mean, I don't know. Pick your poison at the end of the day, I guess, right? You know.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, he don't have no couth, man.
He don't care, bro.
That's my problem. That's my problem. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck.
He don't care.
He don't give a fuck. That's the highest office in the land, dog, and you don't give a fuck. It don't make no sense.
Isn't that kind of like a problem though? Like, Marcus, you kind of talking on this. Like, once you say as like our community, you're not online with the Democrats and the Bidens because our community just makes so much of the majority of the Democratic vote. So. Like once you announce that, like people are just like saying like, you know, they just totally dismiss you.
Yeah. That's why I'm independent. I'm registered independent.
You can't vote then, nigga.
I'm a registered independent. I vote for whoever the fuck I want to vote for.
They just wow. And then knowing like back in the day we was Republicans.
That's what I'm saying.
It was based.
That's what I was gonna say. Like even when if my ancestors died for my right to vote, them niggas was Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Like
blown right now.
I mean, I don't know.
Your ancestors would be blown right now.
You said what?
Your ancestors would be blown right now.
Well, it's bigger than that. They would be blown. They would be blown because the whole parties have shifted and the belief system has shifted and. But
like the morals and the church and I'm sorry, like the funny bathroom situations and shit now, like they'll be blown.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Also,
But remember, it wasn't. There was a back what was it, 1800s, there was a Democratic Republican Party. So,
but the thing is, it's funny that even because if we want to go speak in the context of ancestors and shit, like a lot of these so-called progressive movements, our ancestors wasn't with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't supporting none of this shit that the people who so-called speak for us support. You know what I'm saying? Like think about that. They were conservatives. I don't mean that from a political perspective. I mean that like socially, they were conservative people. You know what I'm saying? It was like it's not all this shit that goes on now. That's the opposite of what like our great grandmothers, how they was living compared to how it is now. Like it's completely different shit. Like they would say people are more modernized. People are faster now. You know what I'm saying? Back then it was slower. It was more focused on family values and traditional shit. Now everything is like, oh, the traditional was bad. We have to get away with the traditional. You know what I'm saying? We gotta move on to the new modern way of thinking. And none of that shit has to do with family. None of that shit has to do with fucking family at all. It's all about you can do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. That's what.
No moral.
And you know what? It's funny because you ever heard that the saying "do what thou wilt" is actually that's a Satanist what's it called, mantra. You know what I'm saying? Do what thou wilt. You know what I'm saying? That's because just to keep it simple, it's almost like if y'all ever heard of the story of Nimrod. Nimrod was like a king, but he was envious of God. He wanted to challenge God. You know what I'm saying? So because he was like, I can do what I want. You know what I'm saying? They say he built a tower of Babel to try to get as close to the heavens as he could. But it was all an ego thing. You see what I'm saying? And it's all about it's almost like, what do you mean God can't tell me I can do this, I can do that? Like God didn't stop me when I did this. And I feel like that's kind of the mentality that's developing into a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? Like just all across the world. It's like, do what you feel, do what you want. But it's actually a certain way that niggas is supposed to be living out here. And we ain't doing that shit. We just, freelancing out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And all it's doing is fucking up the family structure. And then when the family structure crumbles, society crumbles right behind that. Society crumbles right behind family structure.
I would say that's another thing with voting. When you vote for a certain person, it's like you shouldn't be ashamed, or you shouldn't be like you can't be, I don't know what the word is, but it's like if they're like with Obama with the whole the funny bathroom shit, it's like, yeah, I voted for Obama for certain policies that he had to, but he definitely didn't say nothing about no transgender bathrooms or no shit like that when he was running for president or whatever.
He changed the shit in the second 8 years.
Yeah, but I'm saying you should be able to call out the person that you voted for, and I don't see that shit with the Trump voters at all. Like just with decency, you know what I'm saying? With the fucking
he wasn't dude. He was going in as he is right now. You're not the same dude.
Who?
Trump. He said,
he's the same asshole. Yeah, he's the same asshole.
Yeah,
he's the same asshole. He's the same asshole.
He's not a career politician. The other people are career politicians. Like that's. I mean, I can see why people fuck with Trump because he's not a career politician. These other people are
right. I agree.
They know what strings to pull at. They know what type of game.
I agree. But as a human being, you should be able to discern, as the Bible says, discern. I don't know how many times the Bible reference discernment. You should be able to discern.
But as a politician, they know how to fuck with people's heads at the same time.
Yeah.
Pull on heartstrings.
Yeah.
That's their magic, man.
Yeah.
The verbiage
what was it? Charlottesville. You can't tell me that there are good people on both sides and shit. And we're talking about fucking KKK members and shit, marching with tiki torches and shit. It's good people on both sides and all that other shit. It's like, come on, man. You have to have some type of decency. It's about having some type of humanity, decency and shit out this motherfucker. And Trump does not have that. And I will agree. He has not changed.
You saying he was out there with the tiki torches? Because like that's
no. I'm saying that he made a fucking live speech, a live television appearance and said, "Oh yeah, there are good people on both sides." No, you cannot tell me that there are any good people in the fucking KKK. That makes no fucking sense. You should be able. You as a human being should be able to discern. If you voted for Trump, you should be able to discern. Yeah, we know the history of the KKK and shit.
Fact check that, Corey. That sounds wild. You saying that?
Oh really?
Yeah, and even really? But for real, like, all right, so like even when we talking about like,
I know what Corey's talking about.
Pull it up.
I'm not gonna say it's
talking about like politics.
Who in politics will, in their right mind, say there's good people on both sides of the table? So they would completely separate themselves from that. Like that don't.
Please, somebody pull it up. Please, somebody pull it up.
That don't even sound like a good strategy.
Listen. Because he riled up his fan base, Donald J. Trump said it after the people in Charlottesville, after they ran over the black person, and he was like, are you going to condemn those people in Charlottesville? And he said something along the lines of, there are good people on both sides. And he was talking about those.
I said KKK, not Charlottesville. I said KKK.
Well,
the KKK was out there.
No, okay.
Right. So I'm just okay. You said KKK, but I was talking about Charlottesville and Charlottesville. Right. Let me listen. So he was talking about Charlottesville, and Charlottesville. It might not have been a necessarily KKK rally, but there were KKK members. There were KKK members.
They're everywhere. They even
right. I know. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, yes, there were. I think it might have been led by. I don't want to say. I don't want to call it the KKK because they weren't out there, the white coats and the white ghost masks and everything like that. But they were led by white people, and they were led by those people.
The white nationalists.
Yeah, the white nationalists. They were led by the white nationalists, and he said there were good people on both sides. And not necessarily saying, you know what I'm saying, like, of course they weren't out there with the, like I said, the hoods on and everything like that. But they were white nationalists, and like they were legit out there. And if I'm not mistaken, they were definitely out there off the Make America Great Again, and like they were endorsing him while they were out there. In the same way, when people went out to Michigan, he said that there were good guys out there, and we need to have conversations with those good guys that were out there with the ARs.
But Al, did you see how you just did that? You said it's people with the Make America Great shit. So like anybody that wear that hat, you're just assuming they just bad people.
No, I'm not assuming that. I'm just saying, like when that's a rally call, I think that when that's a dog whistle and everything like that, when you're bringing people out, like I when you're bringing, of course, once again, like if you wear the red hat, I mean, like once again, your political beliefs don't necessarily make you a good or a bad person one way or the other. But like when you're actually going out there and you're inciting violence, you're inciting riots. Like it was a peaceful protest out there, if I'm not mistaken. I don't recall the exact facts. It was a peaceful protest out there. Black Lives Matter.
I remember with the Dodge Challenger. I remember.
Yeah, so it was a peaceful protest with the Black Lives Matter, and then what happened was the white nationalists came through with all their garb on to Make America Great Again. I might be making the Make America Great Again portion up, but
no, you're right.
And they invaded a Black Lives Peaceful Matter what's it called, protest to incite riots, incite hate.
But this is the same shit I talked about last week. Like these are the same people. If you go to Portland right now, you go to Minneapolis right now, they're the same type of people that's got different colors on.
You're right about that. You randomly attacking motherfuckers, starting shit up.
The beef. They're there for the beef. We ain't out there. I can't speak for them. I ain't out there. You ain't out there.
No, they out there strong. They out there strong.
Like they're there for the beef. Like what type of theater are they putting on?
But I think that's so. And this is
just like my bad, Alex. I was just gonna say, just like that little teenage white boy who was out there shooting up folks. He was out there for the beef.
But who was he shooting? He was shooting other people that was out there for the beef. They had guns. They was bringing beef.
Nah.
He
the only one shooting. How the hell?
I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show it to you. They was out there for the beef.
All right.
You know who he shot? A white nigga that was saying nigga.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay.
Okay, that don't mean nothing to me. I knew he was shooting.
White niggas.
He was shooting black folks. He was shooting everybody. He was shooting everybody.
He was shooting white niggas that was saying nigga. I'm gonna get you, nigga. And the white niggas was niggas.
And so he just decided to shoot everybody.
He shot the niggas that was attacking him. That was saying, "We gonna shoot you, nigga."
Oh, okay.
And they was not niggas. They was white people.
Okay. And
everything you got. Shoot me, nigga. Shoot me, nigga. Bust on me.
My whole point is, you're 17 years old and your mother drops you off with a fucking AK, whatever the fuck he had, or some type of rifle or whatever. But you're clearly looking for the beef. You're clearly looking to shoot somebody to fuck up.
Other people that's looking for the beef. This is the point I'm making. They was looking for the beef on both sides.
Your point is mute because he got out of the fucking car with the goddamn rifle.
Corey, the people.
He lived in a whole nother fucking state. That doesn't make no sense. You live in a whole fucking state.
The one dude he shot had a gun, and he was pulling the gun on him. He shot him.
All right, the one guy. All right, okay.
What do you mean?
He pulled the gun. The one guy he shot, he pulled the gun. All right, I'll give you that.
If a guy pull a gun on you, you're not going to shoot him?
Yeah, if I have a gun. If I have a gun. But he shot eight other motherfuckers.
For you slicing it, 8 people? Come on now, stop it. 8 people, you slicing it.
Okay, 5. I'm sorry.
Speaking on politics, and
I'm sorry.
One thing in politics will always made the choose between two sides. But do you think that it's possible to actually be in love with 2 people at the same time? Like, I know, like politics, we always got to choose sides. Relationships, we got to choose one. But do you think, actually, when it comes to something as strong as love, do you think it's possible to love 2 people at the same time?
Before I answer this, Marcus.
Come on, who ready to jump? Let's jump in there. Who got it?
I'm gonna let y'all unmarried niggas answer that shit.
We're not speaking for ourselves. Disclaimer.
Yeah,
I know they did that. Let's put that out there first and foremost. Let's put that out there. Like, niggas is not. This is all hypothetical.
It's definitely possible. I think that it is possible though. Real talk.
To be in love with 2 people at the same time.
Explain. Go further, brother.
Sometimes it's different elements of people that you could enjoy, you know what I'm saying, that you could fall in love with. I don't think there's one, I don't want to say there's one perfect person, but I see how someone could be in love with 2 people. I can see that. Now, if they're going to be forthcoming and not hide that shit, that's another story.
There's men out here, like in the other parts of the world, there's men out here who got 3, 4, 5 wives. I mean,
right, polygamy,
So I mean, I guess it's possible. You must love all your wives, I'm assuming. So I guess it's possible.
But even if it is a circle of 3 people or whatever, you have to be able to accept that other person and love them too. You know what I'm saying? Like, say if it's 2 women, 1 dude, at some aspect, you have to be able to love this other woman that loves this man too, because you wouldn't put yourself through that shit if you didn't.
Yeah.
It has to be like a common ground somewhat. But I really think it's possible, though. I think that happens. I actually did you see, it's some crazy shit, but this one dude got a set of twins pregnant. The sisters.
I heard about that. Yeah, he got.
I actually think that happens a lot.
Sisters pregnant.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, how you think that came about?
But as far as twins, I think that shit happens a lot because I actually seen that shit on the ID channel. Like, twins are like more closely, like they have like the same wants. So like, I think that shit happens more likely than not on like the twin side, but on the other side of that shit, it's very possible.
I can see it happening, man. Like, seriously.
I think that point you made, Phil, as far as like loving the different aspects of people, I think that probably is one of the things that probably makes it possible. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I think
Which means like this person do like this, and then this person do this, or this person is better with this type of situation, and this person's better with this type of situation.
Exactly. Like, say if you got 2 people that fill each other's voids, that's damn near perfect. Oh, she doesn't do this, but she does. She doesn't do this, but she does. It's like perfect balance, damn near. I'm not saying I'm an advocate and it hasn't happened to me personally or anything. But I'm open. I'm open to anything these days. Fuck it.
Tell them your Instagram handle if they want to make it work.
Leave it in the comments, ladies. Whatever.
They won't make it work. I think everybody gotta be real mature to make for it to even work. Like,
you do, and you have to have like a I don't want to say a confidence in yourself, but you just have to have like a self. You just understand yourself too. But it always starts with self. If you're able to give up that part of you for someone else, to other people, it could be major.
Don't you think that's draining though? To be in love, to give all that energy to that shit has to be draining. It can't be easy.
For who? I think it's draining when it's like a problem.
The person who's giving
love, that could probably boost you.
But what dynamic? Who's good? I think it's draining for it if you're not reciprocating as much love as you think you're getting.
That's a good point. What you think, Al, on the topic? What you got? What you think?
I don't want to say it's impossible. I think it's difficult, especially like being in love. Just because I know it's like different aspects of love and like, you know what I'm saying, like taking it different there. So you can love somebody for one aspect. You can love somebody for, you know what I'm saying, what have you, and being in love with somebody, I think it's totally different because I don't know. I feel like it's difficult to be in love with multiple people because, like, if you're in love with somebody, I feel like you're supposed to be giving your whole heart to somebody, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily, well, I'll say you're giving your whole heart to somebody in terms of, like, putting it all on the line and being in love with somebody. But at the same time, like, if you're just loving somebody or, like, you love somebody, there are aspects of yourself that you can hold back and you can, you know what I'm saying, withhold from somebody else or other people. And I know, like, polygamy is a real thing and, like, people have multiple wives, but at the same time, I feel like they are in, like, I don't want to say a love triangle, but they yes, you can love all your wives the same, but I feel like at some point in time, there's somebody that you are truly in love with, even if you are in a polygamous relationship. I feel like you probably are, you know what I'm saying, in love with one person more than the others. But I don't know. That's just, I don't know. It's difficult to say just because I don't want to say it's impossible because I know I feel like people definitely can. I feel like it's the option. I think people have the ability to truly be, I guess I'll say people might have the ability to truly be in love with somebody, but it's just like, how are you giving your whole self to somebody else? I'll just say, how are you giving your whole self to two different people and then still having some self for yourself? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm giving everything to everybody else, like, at what point in time am I still in love with myself? So, and I think that might be the final thing for me. Like, if I'm in love with two people, the other person is going to be, like, for me, it's going to be my fiance. Like, if I'm in love with her and the other person I'm in love with is going to be myself, like, I feel like I have to be in love with myself. But if I'm talking about, like, outside of this, like, if you're in love with two different people, like, at one point in time, you're gonna lose the in love with yourself, and lose the ability to be in love with yourself, if that makes sense.
It's just not, you think it's not enough love to go around? That's what you think?
I don't want to say no. I think it's enough love to go around. I think once again, I think, like, in love, because, like, it's enough love to go around because, like, you can love, like, different people. You can love everybody differently, and you can love so many different people in so many different ways. But as far as, like, being truly in love, and I think it's difficult. I think it's difficult. I don't want to say it's impossible. I just think it's difficult, extremely difficult.
What about you, Shaq? You've been all around. You've seen, like, these different type of cultures and stuff where they had different, you know.
Yeah, so I was actually gonna get a perspective of, you know, the country we live in, and then a couple of the other countries that I've been in, and, you know, especially since I've been able to be there for months at a time and kind of see how they live. But yeah, I think it's hard to say that you're in love with two different people here in the United States, because, and I'm not speaking for myself, but I do think that when you're in love, you give your all to that one person. I feel like you know, you can have love. Like I got love for this, or I got love for that because of this. But you know, your in love is supposed to be all encompassing, and so and vice versa. So if you're in love and that person is reciprocating that, I do think it would be hard to say that you're actually in love with two people. That's just my perspective. I'm kind of vibing with Al on that. But and this is,
like the degree of love that y'all kind of like hung up on.
I think I feel like what Alex and Paul saying. Like I feel the same way, to be honest.
Yeah, because there's a difference. To me, there's always like that. Okay, I love that person for who they are, but there's a notch up when you say in love. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's a difference. And so just to touch point on, like, you know, some of the other places like UAE and Africa, certain parts of Africa. I'm sure there's more that I haven't been to that probably have several wives as well. But what I've deducted and what I've heard from some of the guys that I've been, you know, able to like talk to and hang around for a while. This one guy said he had 4 wives, and what he said was, he said it's just like your kids. I'm just, you know, I'm telling his story. He said it's just like your kids. You have one that you're in love with, and all the other 3 you got love for them, but you're not in love with them. And that's what he told me. He was like, you got a favorite kid. You ain't going to tell them that. You ain't going to tell the kid what the fuck, you know, you ain't going to tell them what's your favorite. And parents ain't going to do it, but they going to have one favorite. And that's what he was telling me. He was like, yeah, he's like, it's one that I'll do anything for, and I'll sacrifice, you know, for her before I would the other ones. And so I don't know, maybe that was just his perspective. Maybe everybody doesn't think like that over there. But I do feel like, and I remember telling y'all this before. He said that after his first wife, the other 3 were like, they were like, oh, you know, they're attractive and they like me, and we just decided to get married. And so it wasn't like an in love type thing at all for the last 3. It was more like a convenience, and, you know, I need 4. Because that's what my father did, and that's kind of what he was saying. So, you know, just different perspectives from where you live in the world. But I am sure, and to Marcus' point, I am sure, like, especially in these countries that you can have multiple wives. I'm sure that it's possible that you could be in love. Because, and I don't know, we ain't touch on this either, but you grow as a person differently in stages of your life. You're not the same person you was when you was 18. So I'm pretty sure that you can be in love when you're 21 with somebody, and especially if you got 4 wives, you can be in love all a different type of way when you're 35. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
It's definitely got to be like a maturity level. Like if there's a chance for it to work, it has to be a maturity level across the board. And I don't know, if it can work, I think like the whole like triangle, like every part has to be, you know, connected.
Yeah, I agree with that part. I think that if you were in love with 2 people, that shit got to be getting reciprocated, because if it's not, you're going to be draining yourself. But even within that, like, and it's not guaranteed, because I might be in love with 2 people, but one person might reciprocate it, right, like evenly. And the other person might just give me a little here and there, and that's going to be draining. That person who's not giving it to you back, it's going to, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be draining you because you're in love. They're not bringing that same energy. So I don't know. That I feel like that shit's kind of dangerous, dog. Because we dealing with human beings. We all love differently. We all have different levels of whatever the fuck our needs and wants and desires. So I feel like it's hard. Like, just to get one person to meet your shit is not easy. You know what I'm saying? So to have 2 people that you want and expect them to love you the same way you love them, like, nah, that's hard, bro. Like, that's not easy. You know what I'm saying?
That shit ain't happening in America. We all too selfish for that shit. So I know that ain't happening.
The Western world.
That's a lot of accommodating for somebody, for one person.
Exactly, and then do it for two, and expect them to do it back for you the same way you do. You can't, like, it's hard to just like even putting expectations on somebody and expecting them to give you what you give them. That's stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I learned that shit. I'm not even talking about like with relationships, like I'm just talking about any human being, even your friends' relationships with coworkers. Like, to expect people to treat you the same way you treat them is stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all different. We all have different levels and different ways of going about shit. So, but to be in love, like, that's some deep shit, and that is dangerous, bro. That's some dangerous shit. Like, when you involving yourself that deeply in two separate people, and it's not guaranteed that they're gonna love you back the same way. Like that shit is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So.
And speaking on the male side, because like I said this before, females like to keep score. So you like, oh, you did this with her, and you ain't do it with me.
Yep. Hey, I'll say this, and I know some guys that that obviously I ain't gonna say put people up, but I know some guys that got multiple baby moms. You know what I'm saying? And every time they do something for the one child, the baby mom gets mad that, oh, you got so and so these shoes, you ain't get so and so these shoes. So it's like that shit is just too much to deal with, bro. Like, it just is, because it always becomes a competition between the women. It always becomes a competition between the two baby moms. So I don't know. That shit looks like a lot, man. That's a lot to deal with.
As expected.
So. But speaking on the topic, we talking about relationships, and we even talking about the Western world. So they say a rich man can meet a broke woman and change her life, but a rich woman won't even look a broke man's way. Like, do y'all think there's some truth to that? Do y'all think that this is maybe something that's just a human thing? Do you think this is like a Western hemisphere thing? Like, what do y'all think? Like that ideology, a rich man can meet a broke woman and change her life, but a rich woman won't even look the broke man's way. Do y'all even think that's cool? Do you think it's unfair? Like, what's your whole outlook, or you think that's just how it's supposed to be?
Definitely.
Go ahead, Randall. What you say?
I'm saying it's definitely like out there. Like, I mean, just. I mean, come on now. Like, when you on and you up and you out there, of course you're going to attract a certain type of female. I mean, look at the athletes. They all attract the same type of female.
Right.
Shit. Speaking from experience, when we used to go to clubs, we used to have the bins every Friday from work. Like, we attracted a whole different crowd. So,
that's very true.
Like, we wasn't that shit firsthand. So, of course.
Yeah, I think. All right, so this is my thing. I think that's true to the most part. But this is what I've seen, especially in this area, and I don't know if y'all see the same thing. But and shout out to the women, because it's a lot of women that are making more money than men these days.
Absolutely.
And particularly.
Oh yeah, preach.
Particularly in the black culture. I know me and Marcus touched on this, while back, like months and months back. But what I've seen is that some women, especially in the DMV, they come up and some of them don't want a man that makes a lot of money. They want to be in charge. They want to be the breadwinner. They want to pick a man that they wasn't able to get when they didn't have money or notoriety. And I'm gonna just say, shout out to the women, because I've seen women pick men that are not well off, and you can say broke, but I've seen women that have gotten into $300,000, $400,000 a year, and they don't give a fuck about what a man make at that point. Like, so yeah, I'm saying that for this area, because I don't think this happens a lot, but I do think that there's a section of women that that want to make sure that they're well off, and they don't really care what a man makes. But that's not all of them. That's not all women. Like Randall said, you do attract a certain group, especially, you know, with your lifestyle. You going to parties, you going to business ventures and yachts, and you going to, you know, Greece and stuff like that. You're not really going to interact with a lot of people that are, you know, fresh out of college and broke. But I'm just saying that to play devil's advocate, because I have seen a lot of women like boss up, especially in this area, and become successful. Even millionaires. I actually have a couple of friends that are millionaires, and they don't care what the man makes. So
interesting.
I guess I'm trying to be opposed to it too, because, you know, that's a select few. But I feel like the DMV has a lot of that.
Yeah, I think a part of the play. Honestly, I think a part of what plays into that is because there's not a lot of men who be black men that be in those same tax brackets as those women. You know what I'm saying? It's like if in those tax brackets, to get the type of man they want, they would have to date like an athlete, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody of like high,
or rapper or entertainer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They know that they're not gonna be able to get those type of. Those men have, you know, the what's the saying, the picking of the litter or whatever they saying. So, and they don't deal with a whole bunch of competition, so they probably would prefer a man who needs them. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy as it sounds, but they probably would prefer that. You know what I'm saying? It probably gives them more security knowing that the man actually needs them. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy as it sounds. But and I also would speak to this whole saying, because when we talk about the same topic, it goes even back into like kings and queens. Like a king can turn a woman to a queen, but a queen can't turn a man into a king. And I feel like that's like almost like a you know, a science to that. I feel like that's almost in the nature of men and women. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's even why it was like that in the past, or why it's still to this day, where a woman can't turn a man into a king, but a man can turn a woman into a queen. And I feel like that just has to go with the natural order. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the only reason why it's like that in the first place. But yeah, that's how I look at it. And also, it makes sense why, I guess, if we go in context to the question, well, women won't look a broke man's way, is because men are supposed to be looked at as the symbolism of security. You know what I'm saying? So it's like money provides security. So as a woman, her first instinct when she looks at a man is to find security. So if she doesn't find security within you, then she doesn't see what you have to offer. Obviously, there's exceptions to the rule, obviously, but I feel like that's at the core of everything. I feel like that's how women look at you.
But Marcus, niggas be like posted up in clubs or whatever, and they be in a lease BMW. They be wearing the belts they've been wearing for 3 months, and they sleeping on a fucking air mattress. So like,
but what are they doing when they do that? They're symbolizing, you know what I'm saying, security. They're when they go out to the club and the girls see him with his expensive this and expensive that, and he buying the bottles, that's a symbolism. That's symbolism of security. That comes across as masculine, so that attracts women. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the reason why they do this shit.
But it's still an illusion at the end of the day, because once the female figures it out,
yes,
she ain't gonna deal with you. Yeah. But I feel you. It's good for.
But some don't even figure it out. They just that's like the cues that they look for.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's why the dude is doing that, because he already know how to reel men. It's just bait.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Peacocking. You know?
Yeah.
So I just want to go back to touch on what Marcus said too, because I do feel like a man can raise himself, or, you know, be raised through his father or whatever have you, to be a king. But I also think that I do feel like there are some queens that could bring a man into his own and make him a king as well. And I'm just speaking on that because there are powerful. There's a powerful connection when you're a woman and you build a man up. You know what I mean? Vice versa. But I do feel like there are queens out here that aren't selfish, that know that they can build, you know, their man only needs that one step to be a king. You know what I'm saying? And they can help them do that. Natural nature, like you said, is for a king to be able to rule and to be able to tell a queen and this how everything's supposed to be. But I do feel like and I don't know if you guys listen to this part, but even Michelle Obama said that she would have married whoever she married would have been the president. And I thought that was powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that Obama, like Barack wasn't powerful without her, but I felt like both of them together helped him get to the position where he was Barack was the president.
No, and I do feel like women couldn't build a man though in like some aspects, because it's like, you know, it's like that balance as far as like as far as like a woman making more money, or it's based off your ego, man. Like I don't feel like all women try to control you because they're in that position of having the money, because just like you said, they can have money and pick up whatever nigga they want, pretty much. Mm-hmm. But it's almost like what do you bring to the structure of it?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's a key word right there, structure.
Yeah, the structure of it.
Structure.
Yeah,
how were you brung up? How were you brung up? You have to have that structure. So it definitely can go both ways. It's the structure, dog. It's the structure.
I would love that. Shit.
I think as a man, it's important to have like a woman that's that's gonna help you become a better man. And when I say that, I don't mean literally like, hold your hand, but you know what I'm saying? Like that he bounces off of you in a way, like her energy reflects your energy in a way that makes you stronger and bigger. You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of like that type of shit. And I think that's important. I definitely think that's important. I mean, and that's how it should be. Because even when we speaking in context of kings and queens, like I'm sure even the kings would have chose the queen who makes him feel like he can go rule over some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's
that's the purpose. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep. And that's that. No, I totally agree, and that's what Corey was saying as far as discernment goes. Like you shouldn't be called a king, and you know what I'm saying, and you picking somebody that is detrimental to your life. So that's so true, because who you pick should be actually
actually you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. That's a great way to put that. Reflection.
That's what your parents tell you. That's what your parents tell you. They reflect you. What your actions reflect.
Think about it. Now I'm about to get all. I don't mean to get all hotep on y'all and shit, but like like even when you talk about the sun to the moon, right? What is the moon? The moon is a reflection of the sun's light. You know what I'm saying? So boom, that's what the same role as the man is the sun, the woman is his moon. It's the same shit. Like she's supposed to reflect you. You know what I mean? That's how it's supposed to be.
And it's that balance.
Phil, in Wedding Crashers, what was this speech? What love is your soul's recognition and
your counterpart in another person.
Yeah.
Say that again. What is it?
That was our
yeah, it was. What was that?
Was it out?
2005. It's like you're I forgot. You started now, finished. I think I got it.
Your soul's recognition and your counterpart, something like that.
Yeah, of your counterpart, something. And we'll find a quote. But it's like your love's recognition of your counterpart in somebody else. He read that on the back of like a Snapple or something like that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's where he got it from. Yeah, I remember that part. But it was a great movie.
It was real talk though.
It's a great movie.
That's some real shit though. It's a good little
topic.
Right?
And that's the thing. Like me personally, I don't even think I would mind that. Like having, because I feel like when money doesn't make everything, I feel like money like creates that void because it like separates you. Like just like you said, a female could have money. Like dudes are somewhat intimidated by that too. Like not all dudes are like rushing to the chick that got all the bread. Cause
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, like so they just like you said, like earlier, you like they kind of pick and choose who they want, and then go from there and build that up. But I wouldn't even mind that. Me personally, I think I'd add a lot of substance to 300,000 millionaire, quarter millionaire, whatever you got.
He said, "What's
that
up?"
Yeah, that would be fun because it's just a balance, man. Just a balance. Like,
oh, you funny, bro.
Yeah,
Hey,
I love it.
Hey, offline, Phil. I got somebody that was interested in you, bro. From
Yeah.
So we talk offline, bro.
Hey, you might have to cut that. Yeah, just cut that segment out. I'm about to say something too. Hey, cut this out. Whoever I edited this. I heard you say
for the love
do it. Set me up.
Funny as heck.
It would be, man. If I was on a show, it'd be curtains though. Like it'd just be, I don't know. It'd be too much.
You said if you was on a show?
Yeah, if I was like on a show, I'd win that shit. Whatever show, I really would. I know I would. If it was freaking, if it was Real World, it was freaking.
Oh yeah.
If it was freaking date, like date him, whatever, all that, I win all those. I'm serious.
Married at First Sight.
Yeah, Married at First Sight, all that. I don't even think I would
90
do that.
days though. 90 days is my joint.
I don't think I could do that. Have you seen it before the 90 days?
Yes.
Yo, that stuff be
my
wild.
wife made me watch all them joints, dog.
Hey,
all them joints. Them joints are crazy.
All right, here's the quote.
Crazy.
We fucked it up. The quote is, "True love is the soul's recognition of its counterpoint in another."
Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah, I almost got it right though.
Yeah,
almost got it right though. Niggas knew what you was talking about. Niggas knew.
That sound like a Hallmark card.
Mm-hmm.
It still sound like it came from the heart though.
Yeah.
Yeah, legit.
That was heartfelt.
Yeah.
But you know what else comes from the heart? The Flight Room Podcast.
There you go.
Ah.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. I think this is like one of our most like touching and personal episodes. Like we was in it.
Yeah, that politics always piss you off though. Everybody.
Outside the football and shit, like we was in it. But yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for thanks for being there. I think I want to comment on this one, especially if anybody want to comment on Phil, like he's looking.
Looking. He on the hunt.
I said a lot tonight. I'm talking about having two lovers at the same time. I was wilding tonight, man. No more Chardonnay. No more Chard.
Listen close.
Yeah.
He classy though. Chardonnay though. He classy though.
And he drinks Chardonnay, so no.
Holla at my man.
Mimosas, Bellinis, all that.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Oh.
I does it.
A Zoom.
Ooh-wee.
I does it.
On here.
Get this nigga closing it out, man. Damn.
I said maybe we'll have a Zoom connection with Phil on here. So like,
Hey, do like a speed dating on here.
Yeah,
like,
we have to change your heart. We need to change your heart shit. Nigga.
Right.
Hey, you should do that. Have them log in and just have me on like the one-on-one, and y'all critique that and record it.
Nah, we're gonna do it live, and we're gonna ask her like a series of questions, and then if I don't think she would, I'm just gonna fucking kick her out the damn Zoom.
Okay,
we should do that shit.
You should get like some candidates and like have me just sit in. And y'all hit them with the questions. That'd be perfect.
The whole time, meet you the whole time, and then interview them. Yeah, that'll be lit.
Yeah.
But yeah, overtime coming up. Corey, hit him.
Holla.